Greetings, Culturians, and welcome back to the channel. Of course, we have to talk about the changing world of entertainment. And it doesn't matter if it's about TV or film, it's definitely about streaming. And streaming has changed so many different things. But with streaming come a new set of dangers, especially when major changes are taking place within the various streaming platforms. And right now, we're being warned about how Disney Plus is headed for some changes. And if you're a parent, maybe not good changes at all. Let's talk about it. Here we go. Now, before we get started, just a real quick reminder, we're trying to get to 50K. I can do that with your help. All you have to do is double check you're still subscribed. You might find yourself unsubscribed, which means you got to turn that little red button to gray and then hit the bell icon, turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything, because I do tons of entertainment every week, and you get videos, you get live streams, you get community posts, you get all kinds of stuff, so don't miss out on that. Also, hit the thumbs up button since you're down there anyway, and let's get started here with this Daily Wire story. Disney Plus is about to be flooded with adult content. Already bad news. And parents are right to be alarmed, and you should be. There are going to be opportunities for your kids to be subjected to some bad ideas equal to what bad ideas are presented on Netflix regularly, but that's a different conversation for another time.
If you turn on Netflix, you'll find that an enormous amount, and I say this as a parent with 3 young children, an enormous amount of your children's programming has this ideology and agenda in it.
Disney Plus currently hosts fewer than 20 R-rated films after the merger with Hulu. That number will exceed 400, a more than 2,200% increase. This, again, by the Daily Wire's Melissa Henson. And that is, and should be, concerning because we are no longer a family channel, are we? In fact, I've been suggesting for the better part of the last 9 years, Disney is no longer a family company, nor do they care about families. They care about globalism. But that's a different conversation. Let's jump into this. Disney is preparing to fundamentally reshape the streaming landscape. After taking full ownership of Hulu in 2023, the company is now moving to shut the platform down and fold its entire library into Disney Minus as part of a one-app experience. Something that I have said is a really bad idea for a very long time. I think you would probably agree. And the only reason that they're doing it is because Disney Plus by itself, in and of itself, has never been successful. If anything, it's been a giant loss leader where they took the path of least interest for the audience with things like Marvel appearing there and Star Wars appearing there with horribly twisted versions of those two franchise IPs, which again didn't get them any positive vibe and certainly wasn't designed to help with returns for their film product. But that's neither here nor there. The power of that migration could occur imminently, and the scale of change is staggering. When Disney launched Disney Minus in 2019, the streaming marketplace was already crowded. Of course it was. Amazon Prime Video debuted in 2006, Netflix in 2007, Hulu in 2008, and Hulu became a sensation, by the way, which was broken up into multiple parts so that multiple networks could put their live broadcasts on there and kind of change up what streaming looked like. Whole different conversation again. With new external restrictions on content, no oversight from the Federal Communications Commission, and no advertisers at the time to hold content in check, which means there isn't anybody there to say, we have higher standards than this. You can't put this filth next to things that we're advertising. They need it. That's starting to happen again now. But you think those content cops are going to exist other than the ad placers themselves? I don't think so. As a result, these platforms broke boundaries that even premium cable channels like HBO and Cinemax would not have dared, offering more vulgarity, more graphic violence, and more sex and nudity, things that I don't talk about on this channel. Well, for various reasons. It's not family friendly, and I try to have my channel be as family friendly as possible. And that's the problem, right? Family friendly. Disney Minus is not family friendly. I would say outside of the #1 show on Disney Minus, which is not something that they actually own. They rent out, they lease, they purchase the access rights to distribute it, is Bluey. Bluey, the Australian shepherd that is just kind of a wholesome piece of entertainment, also contains very short episodes that can be binged by kids multiple times over. And that's pretty much the only reason to keep any part of Disney minus, which is why a lot of families have gone to maybe physical media when it comes to stuff like that, because Disney stopped being Disney when Disney stopped putting good content on the Disney Channel. And there's a lot of reasons why that stopped, but there's not time to talk about it. From the beginning, Disney positions its platform as safe haven for families, as I just mentioned. A platform parents could trust implicitly. That promise worked. More than 10 million subscribers signed up within the first 24 hours. Many of them the parents, desperate to escape the exhausting and never-ending task of shielding young eyes from suggestive poster art, racy titles like Zack and Miri Make a Porno, and Nymphomaniac, while they searched menus for the handful of child-appropriate titles that might be available. And let me tell you, those days are not gone. In fact, they've returned with a vengeance. You can't escape to children's content on something like Netflix because, even though they didn't admit it, Ted Sarandos kind of ran away from the question when he was being queried by the Senate Judiciary Committee of just why over 50% of their children's titles refer to a lot of, questionable or alternative lifestyle issues. And that's just not child friendly, no matter how you want to spin it.
Well, then why is your children's program so full of this highly sexualized, highly controversial agenda? I don't understand it. It seems strange to me.
Respectfully, sir, it's because it's inaccurate. We have millions of hours of children's programming.
Market research confirmed this distinction. One industry analyst called Disney Minus the category's most intentionally chosen service. Morning Consult found Disney Minus scored a plus 45 for entertaining the kids, while competitors posted negative scores across the board. Disney Minus is not interchangeable here. The analysis concluded in a household decision-making, this is Disney Minus's moat. And it was. And it should have remained that way. But it didn't because of the corruption of Bob Iger and all the other leadership underneath him that he intentionally selected to compromise your child's entertainment. And that's something that I've been trying to emphasize for the better part of what's now going on 6 years. Disney is not a family company. It's not a family brand, and it's no longer an affordable vacation choice. Even their cruise lines are far more expensive than anybody else in the industry, and they are not offering something that's a more premium service. You're just going to get the same of the same from ocean to land to streaming entertainment. And while Disney continues to rely on you and the fact that you still think that maybe they have a family first position, they don't. And that's where the breakdown has occurred. Oddly enough, this story comes at the perfect time, at a time of great upheaval in the entertainment media sector, as we look at whether or not Netflix will acquire Warner Brothers Discovery, or it happens to be Paramount, which would make it the largest entertainment sphere as far as IP goes, and actually replace Disney in that category. At the same time, we're looking at fewer and fewer sources of quality family content that are becoming fewer by the day. And we have to ask ourselves the question, is that being done for a reason? Is it impossible to produce child-friendly entertainment these days? Is it impossible to imagine some innocence for the youngest among us? I don't think so, but hey, that's my opinion. What is yours? Do you think that Disney Minus is safe to keep in your household for your kids? Do you think there's an age limit that should be placed on whether or not they can access it on the TV without you previously viewing the content? Do you think that Bluey is really the last hope Disney has, pretending that they're a family company? Or do you think that, they've lost the plot and they don't care anymore, which is kind of the train of thought that I've been on for a long period of time. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below, and let me know if you made it all the way to the end of the video. Your commentary is very important. It increases engagement. And if you're interested in today's video, please go back and watch the last couple days videos. We've got a lot to present there. Plus, it also makes sure that you don't get unsubscribed. Watching 2 videos back to back from the same channel, whether it's this one or another one of your favorites, really does improve the chances that you won't be unsubscribed. On that note, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, see ya. For real.